It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And here we go from Lambeau. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check go.
Here's the first look for the rookie out of USC. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play fake, it's Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. He got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They go with Lloyd here. And he's into the red zone on that run, down to the 18. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 18 on 2nd down. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Okay, break.
Love out of the shotgun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The kick by Folk is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. That's Jefferson. He's got it. Keeps it moving. Justin Jefferson. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Lloyd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
3rd and long. Here's Love. Watson with the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go, set.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Flushed out of the pocket. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Got it, ready?
New set of downs for him at the 38. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Entering Cooper there to make the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another carry for him. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. This our last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have second and pretty long here. Love from the gun. He gets it complete. Here's Marshawn Lloyd. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, now the best of them take advantage of it.
First and 10 from the 41. They run once more with Lloyd. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Sending a receiver left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A split second, all but kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Back 60. Go.
First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Moore's got it. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jair Alexander with the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Let's go now.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Minnesota. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
Set.
Love. Escapes the pocket. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Here we go.
Here's Love. Completes this one to Kraft. This is ahead for about 5. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Love now. He has the first over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The Packers take their first time out. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Love looking to pass. Taken in by Dobbs. Still has some space inside the 35. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Love to throw again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Let's go. Go.
Love now to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a one-score game before halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Finally a rare win for them against this passing game, and a much-needed one to hopefully restore a little morale on that sidelines. 3 first-half touchdowns. They've been lit up like the 4th of July and really needed something that could be a foothold toward a little momentum before we get to halftime.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motion man right is Jefferson. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Hopkinson reels it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he got this close to midfield before going out. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hand down to the back. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Has his man. It's Addison. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a gain of 4. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Moore going in motion left. Handoff now from the gun. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Now it's McCarthy. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
easily add the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Forced out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Takes the handoff, now Love. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
3rd and long for him here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds up at midfield. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. To the air with Love. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Go.
Play fake, it's Love. This finds Dobbs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running right is Lloyd. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Again, a run with Lloyd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up. Love from the gun. And the defender comes away with it. Ivan Pace has got it. And the Vikings will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
At their own 20-yard line. Ready up.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Addison going in motion right. Headed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Motion man right is Jefferson. They'll try it left with Chandler. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They'll stick with Chandler. Runs inside the 35. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. But new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This is reeled in by Reed. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get it back to within 2 possessions. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers make it an 11-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying it right side with Chandler. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates.
McCarthy looking to throw. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Packers will take over possession. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. That's into the hands of Downs. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down throw, here's Love. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Love out of the shotgun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Ready, break. Set up. Set go.
Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield. You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense. You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Vikings into victory formation here as they take a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. Keyword, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Green Bay.